Are we ready?
It's like a doctor. Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Can you guys get closer?
You're live already.
You're live!
There we are. Hey, hi.
Hello.
This is so weird.
Welcome to the curriculum team meet and greet.
I'm Lauren.
I'm Casey.
I'm Clarence.
Casey, take it
And
away.
we're the curriculum team. Okay, so we're at our curriculum team meeting today, and we kind of revisited our goals. We wanted to share that with you first off. And so the goal of the curriculum team is to support Peace Corps Thailand volunteers and the counterparts with challenges that come with teaching English in the classrooms. And so we're currently doing this by, first of all, maintaining that website that we have. We're also connecting and collaborating with the other Peace Corps volunteers and the counterparts using things like the Facebook resource share page. And we're continuing to develop the curriculum and the phonics and the materials that started from last year. So we're just going to keep revisiting that and developing that as well. And
our main goal.
yes, but what we're really focusing on is creating a sustainable Peace Corps Thailand resource sharing community. And we're going to do that by doing things like this.
Hello, Bethany, and hello, Elizabeth. So Clarence is going to talk about
Right. So
YouTube.
basically, we discussed a lot of different ways, and throughout this whole year, we've kind of been discussing how best to achieve these goals and what we want to do specifically. So specifically, I think the three of us were really passionate about helping bring the community together and how we can help each other in terms of like what each of us have our own individual strengths, but each of us also have things that we need help with a little bit. So one of the things we did after the first year, so the 129s all finished our first year teaching. So we called all the TCCS volunteers and we asked them, what do you feel like you've accomplished and do well after 1 year at site and teaching full time at the school, and what is something that you feel like you still need a little bit of work on, or something that you need a little bit of help with, or maybe something you need more resources for. So we did that call and we collected kind of some information and we kind of compiled the data. We haven't quite been able to get to everyone yet, but if you're interested in us calling you, just let us know. We're more than happy to call you. The more information, the better. Mm-hmm. But after getting all that information, we realized that one way that we could address needs but still incorporate or use the strengths that all of us have is by using these YouTube live streaming platforms, right? So our idea basically is every month to have a theme and to have one or two volunteers kind of be responsible for that theme and kind of direct. So the idea is using this platform to have kind of like a training video, and at the same time during this training video for people to be able to type in questions, type in responses, and kind of engage with the material or kind of like lecture kind of thing, I guess.
Right. So we got Andy here and Ben too. So thanks for joining us. Clarence was just saying we're going to be using these YouTube live videos as trainings, and we're going to try to theme each month.
Right.
So for example, this April, which is Bpit Term, we're going to do a pronunciation training, and I will be leading it. I will be hosting a few YouTube trainings that are live. I also have one posted already. It's an intro video that I will be sending out in an email asking you to watch it. And if you're interested in learning about pronunciation, you can join the Facebook Live trainings that will be at the end of the month. The month after that will be May. We're probably going to have Clarence lead that month. He's going to do positive discipline. So if you're interested in learning about positive discipline, he'll be doing some trainings on that. After that month is June. We'll probably have Casey be in charge of that month, and she'll be doing some more classroom routine ideas, maybe getting some other volunteers to share some resources as well. So, yeah, we're hoping these YouTube Lives will be really beneficial for all you Peace Corps volunteers.
And I wanted to add for the 130s, we were able to talk to the 129s about their strengths and weaknesses. And I've seen some of you 130s and your strengths when I went to teacher training.
Yeah.
So, and I mentioned to you guys if you could continue to share those resources with us. So this is one way you could do it too. You could hop in on these trainings. You could collaborate with us on what it is you feel passionate about or what you want to share. And we could get you in on these trainings too.
Right. Send us an email. So I send out newsletters. It'll probably be monthly, maybe bi-weekly. And if you're interested, just send us an email at PCT Thailand, right?
Teaching PCT.
Oh, that one.
Teaching
teachingpct@gmail.com. I'll send it on the newsletter. That's how you reach out to us and say, hey, I'm really strong in this. I'd like to share.
Right.
We'll talk to everyone at mid-service. So 129s, we will talk to you at mid-service, and we will create, I guess, a list of strengths and see if people are interested in hosting these trainings. We will be the first ones to try it out, see how many people join, see if people think it's really beneficial for them. So, yeah, that's basically
And
it.
the good thing about these YouTube live videos is after we're finished with it, we can also post it.
Yes,
So these will all be saved so that even if you're not able to make the YouTube live session, you can still watch the video after and engage with the material. So for example, with Lauren's this month, if her topic is pronunciation and she goes over kind of a pronunciation training, you can also contribute your materials. Like, what have you been doing with pronunciation? We can ask some questions about that. If you want a follow-up training and Lauren's still available to do that, you can also do that. Or if somebody else has something they want to share. I think the main ways that we're going to try to be communicating with you is through these YouTube lives, through the email. So we'll be sending you monthly newsletters.
Yes.
And you should also email us if ever you have a question or need additional support at teachingpct@gmail.com. So that one's going to be a main platform, and also the Facebook resource page for those of you on Facebook. What else do we have? So I think those are the three major ones.
Is George here?
Yeah,
oh, hello, George.
Do you guys have any questions? Do we have time?
Yeah, so if you guys have questions, you can type it in. This was just meant to be an intro to get people comfortable with the platform.
Right, and for us to experiment with it as well.
For us to experiment with it as well and get comfortable in front of the camera. Casey's very nervous. You can't tell. Too late. Makes it better.
I don't think
There's a little bit of a lag, so we'll wait maybe a minute and see if there's a question. Otherwise, we're done. And we introduced ourselves.
Right.
Yeah. Look out for the newsletters. I was wondering, Bethany.
What?
She has a question. I was wondering what is required to be on the team. Casey.
You have to be from California. Just kidding. Totally kidding.
We're all from California.
So we just sent out the application actually like 10 minutes ago. So just share what your background is and what you want to contribute to the curriculum team. And we will look over your applications along with Chach, and then we'll get back to you.
Yeah. Thanks for asking that, Bethany. We just, sent that out.
No, you're interested.
Very excited about that. That would be awesome.
Any questions, George?
I know, George. What do you got for us?
Can you read it out loud, Clarence, please?
I've been using my own materials mostly and just now exploring the website more. It can get confusing.
Good feedback.
That's very good feedback. So in terms of the website, we do need as much feedback as possible in terms of what we can do to make it better. Because I think in a lot of ways, we don't know really how useful the website is unless people tell us how useful it is or how unuseful it is. And in terms of the materials on there, so I think right now, some of it is pulled in from last year's work.
Yep.
So like the curriculum primarily is from last year. The phonics is primarily materials I put in there, but it's still kind of in the process of still trying it out. The materials are also older materials, but the resources page is something that we've been updating and trying to work more on. The homepage is something we've been working on more.
Right.
So I think in a lot of ways, we're not really sure exactly what the weaknesses are in it right now. Unless people try it out and use it and tell us what we can change and how we can make it better.
Yeah.
Because all of us, I think, to varying degrees, use the curriculum differently. So
any feedback is very, very helpful. So we're basically using that front page to feature a new activity, a new idea to get people inspired with a new Peace Corps volunteer. And then we're going to put that on the resource page so you can always find it. It's an archive of all the information and all the activities. But yeah, any way we could improve.
Another idea I have is I don't know if we can do it on here, but we were talking about like walking them through the website and like showing them what there is. If that's something that we could do on one of our next trainings. Maybe.
That would be a good training. That
You're just saying, do the word cards coordinate with all the flashcards picture pages?
Oh, is that something we're working on?
I've never used the word cards.
Right.
That was created, I think, by India. India created the word cards. I think she used the word cards with the flashcards. I don't use a flashcard.
And didn't she make them separate? So it was a little confusing, right, George?
Yeah, we're going through that
they're
too.
confusing as well.
Thank you for bringing that up because we can look into that. And I'd like to know how much George is using the the curriculum. And
I'm calling you, George.
Yeah, we're gonna call you out and call you on the phone and see how it's working out for you.
So I think the next part of our meeting, because we only have a couple hours left, I think we will be going over the website next. Because I think the website for us has been kind of a secondary part in terms of like the goals that we want to do in terms of bringing the community together.
Right.
But I think it is still very important. So we're gonna go over it, and I think we're gonna start trying to figure out what we're gonna do to make it easier.
Yeah. But overall, we just wanted to introduce these YouTube live trainings, and we hope it'll be really helpful. People have reached out to us and told us what their challenges are, so we want to address those and hopefully share what people are doing really well, because there are a lot of successes at site, and we want to share those. So yeah, I think that's all.
Yay,
people had an opportunity. Thank you for joining us, and we will post this video. We'll send it in an email, right?
Yes.
Just for those who did not.
Could you dance?
This is your dance, George. It's just for you.
Yeah, if you have any other questions, you can also individually email us or message us as well if you have a more personal question that you don't want to send to the
All right.
curriculum.
Over and out.
All right.
I think.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks.
Thank you.
Aw.